This morning with the thousands of Texans, you see them there seeking shelter as Harvey shows no signs of letting up. The disaster leaving many in desperation and some with nowhere to turn.
Well, CBS's Don Champion is live right now. He's outside the convention center in Houston. It is bursting at the seams with evacuees right now. Don, what can you tell us this morning there in Houston?
Good morning. People here in Houston finally got a glimpse of the sun before it set last night. As rescues of stranded residents continue, shelters like the one behind me are getting overwhelmed. Harvey slammed the Beaumont area in southeastern Texas overnight with lightning, wind, and what the National Weather Service called catastrophic and life-threatening flooding.
Everybody needs to start kind of going in that survival mode and start trying to get yourself to higher elevations.
Some residents are trapped and in desperate need of help. In the city of Port Arthur, rescue teams are fighting a fire in floodwaters. CBS affiliate KFDM posted this photo and says the fire spread to several houses and the neighborhood is being evacuated. County officials had to shut down rescue operations at nightfall, and the local sheriff says resources can't get through because of the high water.
We've faced many storms down there, but this is the worst I've seen.
In Houston, where the rain is finally starting to subside, the danger is far from over. More than 13,000 rescues have happened since Harvey hit. Here, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents saved a person caught in fast-moving water. And here, two people stuck atop their mostly submerged truck got a lifeline from a small inflatable boat. Where to house the displaced has become the latest issue. The convention center downtown, the first shelter to open, has been running at double capacity. To help with the overflow, the NRG Center Convention Hall, next to where the Texans football team plays, opened its doors Tuesday evening. It becomes the largest rescue center able to hold 10,000 people. As conditions improve here, more resources from out of state are arriving here, including search and rescue teams from Florida and California. We're live in Houston this morning. I'm Don Champion. Now back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Don.
Well, Harvey is on track to be one of the most expensive hurricanes in U.S. history. Cleanup costs are estimated to be tens of billions of dollars. According to NOAA, Katrina back in 2005 left $160 billion in damage. That's more than double Hurricane Sandy at just over $70 billion. Hurricane Andrew, which hit Florida, comes in third with nearly $48 billion in damage.
My goodness. And it's still raining there and expected to rain some more.
Yeah, that's for sure. Really nasty. And now the thing has moved over a little bit to the east to Beaumont. As we saw right there, Port Arthur really flooded at this point.
It just won't go away. Won't let up.
It won't. That's for sure.
All right.
It's time to check in with Rob right now as we look at our own tower cam. A little bit of moisture in the air out there. We got some rain yesterday. Not a lot, but a little.
Here's Rob with a look at our forecast. Good morning, Rob.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're checking out the radar picture. We do see a couple of sprinkles still lingering off to the north. We did see a nice little batch of showers yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. Turned into kind of a lazy afternoon for many with things getting so cloudy and those light showers coming down. I think as we go through our day today, there are some more showers headed in our direction, and this is that indirect moisture coming around Harvey. Now, there is a lot going on with the storm still on the move through parts of extreme eastern Texas and now a big chunk of Louisiana. But it is expected to speed up a little bit more today and start to lift more to the north. Now, what does that mean for our area? We're still going to get that surge of showers and tropical air, and that means it'll be warm, it'll be muggy, and there will be more showers for the next several days. But we are not going to get those heavy rains or those long-lasting periods of drenching like they saw in Texas or are seeing now in Louisiana. We're going to get some more showers at times. I think temperatures, they're going to stay a little bit up. Most of us low to mid 70s this morning. Apalachicola, the warm spot at 80, and I still do think 90 is within reach. We got awfully close in spots yesterday. We'll break down our full forecast, guys, in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Rob. This morning, Fish and Wildlife Conservation officers from Florida will be back out aiding search and rescue efforts in Houston. Nearly 100 FWC officers and 40 boats were deployed to Texas this week.
Well, they're not the only ones assisting. Many other local groups are also doing their part to help.
Charlene Cristobal is here with the details. So Charlene, who else is on the ground there?
Well, guys, members of the local Red Cross made their way to Houston on Monday. In Tallahassee, companies like Tallahassee Electric Utilities and the Humane Society are on standby right now. Now, we got a chance to speak with a local resident, Jeff Rayfield, who is already in Houston. He sent us these pictures. He's working with the Red Cross. Here is the George Brown Convention Center during setup for sheltering. Now it's at double capacity, and they are still not turning anyone away despite all the flooding. Volunteers are working around the clock to provide a sense of safety and security to the victims.
They come in, and they've lost everything in their distraught. But at least they have their life, the community. They're going to pull through this.
Nearly 9,000 people are at that shelter at last check, with supplies being brought in. Now, typically, Red Cross volunteers serve 2-week shifts, but Rayfield and others are planning to stay longer if they're needed. Now, guys, some volunteers say this is their way of paying it forward since so many helped in our area after Hermine.
Thanks, Charlene.
I appreciate that, Charlene. Well, if you can't make your way to Texas, there are ways to get involved locally. The blood bank One Blood is sending more blood to Texas. Their donations now totaling nearly 300 units. They're asking for more donors to roll up their sleeves and give.
This morning, relief also coming from the coast in Franklin County. The sheriff's office there has set up donation spots across the county. They've already filled a truck and flatbed with water and other essentials, and now they're working to get 2 trailers ready to go. Collections are set up in downtown Apalachicola, at Ace Hardware in Carabel, and at Taylor's in East Point.
The world's largest brewer is putting its beer aside for now to send water to Texas. Anheuser-Busch is delivering 3 truckloads of drinking water. That's more than 155,000 cans. An initial truckload left the company's North Georgia brewery on Monday. The brewery periodically stops beer production throughout the year to prepare water for emergencies.
Airmen at Moody Air Force Base in Valdosta also packing up their bags en route to Texas. Our Nolani Matthews talks to Moody officials about their rescue efforts.
And why they mean so much to so many.
Moody Airmen packing for another deployment, taking off during a time of desperate need. This time, that mission on U.S. soil, helping trapped civilians hundreds of miles away in East Texas.
This wing participated in Hurricane Katrina. We hadn't seen anything quite at that scope and scale, but I think this emergency is rapidly approaching that, if not exceeding it.
I've been able to see them and hear them all throughout the day multiple times doing rescues. I've never seen anything like it.
Rachel Scaff is from Valdosta. Her home in southeast Houston now barely recognizable.
How many people there are that are stranded in their homes, aren't able to get anywhere. It's just unreal.
Witnessing the historic damage just outside her front door.
It honestly seems like something you would see on a movie. It's just awful.
Now holding on to positive thoughts like the efforts of these Moody Airmen, rescuing families from rising floodwaters there.
We're in the business of saving lives, so when we get an opportunity to save American lives and to roll in and support citizens of our own country, it's that much more special, and our guys are really amped to go.
Both crossing paths and proving this, a small world with good people, sending relief in times of tragedy. In Valdosta, Nolani Matthews, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you very much, Nolani, for that report, and good to see the Moody Air Force Base guys and gals helping out.
Yeah, they also helped out during Katrina as well, so they're used to doing this type of work. Hey, Rob.
All right, guys, what's going on? We've got plenty to talk about with the forecast. We start on the radar, where we've got a couple of sprinkles still lingering to the north, and there's more out to the west. Western areas have the best shots to see the most activity today, but I think that western setup shifts a little bit more east tomorrow, so we're going to have some chances for today, more chances tomorrow and Friday, and these will be those indirect impacts out ahead of Harvey. And we can certainly see some of that action up across parts of the Florida Panhandle, but more even farther to the west. 24-hour temperature cast wants to bring us back into those upper 80s. I still think we could reach 90 in a few spots today where we get a few sunnier breaks. Not everybody's going to get those sunnier breaks, but I do think we can get some. Today going to be a lot like it was yesterday with that sky condition where it's more cloudy than anything else. And then we'll have those scattered showers at times today. And these aren't the ones that are only confined to the afternoon or evening. We could see some showers this morning. We could see some more this afternoon. We could see some more tonight as we have this very unsettled setup with this tropical moisture in place. And it's getting a little bit of help, of course, from the storm that is not too far off to our west. Here's what it looks like on the satellite imagery. The center of the storm itself is back out over here, just about scraping the coast. There are some slugs of moisture out ahead of it, and there's even more tropical moisture being scooped up with it. The current situation, 5 miles west of Cameron, Louisiana.